welcome to another episode of the New York Sofalites. I'm Stephanie, and I'm here with my oldest friends, Rachel and Gretchen. And there is a lot to talk about. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on in the world, like a lot, and we have some thoughts on it.
So
Oh
it is
boy, do
March.
we.
It is March 19th, the evening of March 19th. And if you're keeping up at all with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives or The Bachelorette, you know a lot happened today. So,
Yeah. This is like we apologize for like being a little disorganized. We were planning a completely different show
yeah.
today, but this happened like 2 hours ago. So we're coming to you with basically as much knowledge as anyone has at this point, but with a lot of thoughts. We have a lot to mom talk about.
It was going to be, I was coming in today. I'm like, we can talk about how much dad talk sucks. But
Yeah, so that was going to be the thrust of this episode, and we probably will end up there.
mhm.
But I think before we do, we should, just talk about the headlines from today, which are that Taylor Frankie Paul's season of The Bachelorette, which was supposed to air soon, like this week,
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday, this weekend,
This weekend, yeah.
has been canceled.
Or Monday or something, yeah.
It's already been shot. They are not going to air it because a video has surfaced. It was first published by TMZ earlier this evening, showing a very violent altercation between Taylor Frankie Paul and her her ex-boyfriend, Dakota. And in kind of like the wake of all of that, ABC has pulled the season of The Bachelorette, and we're about 2.5 to 3 hours into this thing, and the crisis PR folks are doing their job.
They're doing
And
a job, yes.
well, they're doing a job.
They're doing a job.
They don't have an easy job. This is a really
It's a
tough
really
one.
difficult one. And I will say, I don't know, it's unclear if it will ever air. They're just saying they're not going to air it right now, I guess, but I would be
Right.
surprised if they aired it. Um, but I want to say up top that domestic violence is a terrible thing. It goes both ways. And, obviously women are disproportionately affected by it. And so I do want to give a trigger warning that we're talking about that today a little bit, but
Yes.
it is, I think, coming away from this video, I don't even have a lot to say. I have two things that came to mind. First of all, this was from 2023. So ABC must have known this existed. It was apparently submitted.
Yeah.
It was submitted as part of her case. She's served probation for this. There was apparently another domestic incident though recently, which is disturbing.
Like almost a month ago.
Yeah, but I just think obviously we've all been in toxic relationships, but when kids are involved, I feel like it has to be like it's no longer about that pattern. You kind of have to break it somehow, and it has to be, and like the fact that the kids were even in the room is really sad to me. It's just really kind of
Yeah,
dark,
I agree.
and I'm
Yeah.
upset for that reason. Like I feel like I've always liked Taylor because she seemed to at least be like admit her faults and at least be working on things. And it definitely is a little off that this thing from 3 years ago was released today. But there also could have been a very recent event that that we're hearing about, so it's also disturbing that way too. So
Yeah. It was really shocking and really kind of hard to watch this video.
Yeah.
Um,
I wasn't prepared. TMZ should have put a trigger warning up.
yeah,
Usually I just ignore them anyway, but that one I was like,
I didn't watch the whole thing.
I could have
I
used a
think
trigger warning for
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
yeah, it's not because like the video starts in a completely different place than like we end up.
Yeah.
And it was very hard to watch. But that's TMZ for you. I didn't like how they popped that little graphic with an arrow pointing to Taylor's daughter.
I
I thought
know.
that
Ugh,
was
I know.
inappropriate.
I
It
know.
was terrible.
I know.
Yeah. I do want to also mention, like, it's a little bit, like, obviously, this is the fault and the onus is on her in this situation. But it's super shady that, like, Dakota did not stop recording and was like, I'm gonna leave or get or like take care of her daughter or
Take the
something.
daughter and walk
Like,
away.
yeah,
Like,
like he just
yeah.
kept recording, which I think is also emblematic of how shitty he is in a lot of
Yeah.
ways,
He
or
did
at least
not
no,
behave like a
mm-mm,
good parent in this
no,
situation
no,
at
No,
all.
yeah,
he didn't. It was very like it was gross because it was like he was narrating like for his own benefit. I mean, there's no excuse for what she did. It's inexcusable. There's no justification, but also, he's releasing like he sold this video to TMZ allegedly, like today probably.
and it's also their
And
son's birthday, which is kind of shitty.
yeah, and
So
this did take
Yeah.
place 3 years ago, which again doesn't matter, but like this information has been out there for a long time,
yeah,
and it's like really shady timing, in
mm-hmm,
my opinion. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
why didn't he, if he was that upset, he's allegedly like filing for sole custody. Why now? Like, why 3 years later?
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
very shady.
Because the court
Now,
has this information
well,
already.
I
So,
have,
Yeah.
there's like a hole in my knowledge base here because I didn't pay very close attention to the first season of this show. But did we all know that this video existed? Did we all know that Taylor was on probation for
yes.
aggravated assault?
That
We
was
knew that. We didn't know about the
addressed.
video,
Yeah,
but
We
the
didn't know there
video's
was a
the
like
video.
the
new,
incident was on
but
TV, was on the show, like where the police came and everything, and the fact that she was going to probation meetings was on the show, and she
and she
was
stopped
in
drinking.
therapy. She stopped drinking, etc.
Yeah.
So she was like trying to course correct a little bit, and if it had only been that, and the video was suddenly released now, and she had, completely rid herself of Dakota and these issues, I don't think this would be hitting as hard as if the incident that happened recently hadn't
So,
happened.
what is the incident that happened recently?
Well, Dakota's claiming again like a similar assault. So,
Okay. And like,
yeah.
And she's counterclaiming that he assaulted her. So it's kind
Mhm.
of like he said, she said.
Mhm.
yes. So I saw in the crisis PR representative's statement that Taylor is alleging that, there have been many years of physical and mental abuse. Have have they filed civil suits? I know that there's like a CPS investigation ongoing right now, but like it how deep are they, do we know, into like the actual legal process, or are they kind of just like firing statements at each other via publicists online?
It sounds more like the latter, though there is speculation that Dakota and Taylor's ex-husband are both filing for sole custody right now. So that has been speculated. We don't know for sure, as far as I understand. Um, but there have not been any civil suits, as far as I know.
Okay.
So, yeah. hmm So
At
just
the time of recording.
at the time of
At the time of
recording,
recording,
yeah,
we are
I would not,
unaware.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she did something, but
I mean,
Tomorrow's
if
another
there
day.
will be a flurry of
mm-hmm,
lawsuits connected with
Hmm.
this situation.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. But
People have
this,
to protect themselves.
mm-hmm,
well, yeah. And it's just like going back to what Gretchen was saying about how, like this has been out there since the first season. At least this knowledge of, not the video, but what went down because she pled guilty, got probation. And, we've seen in previous seasons of Mormon Wives, like she's like, I would say, like, on that show, they talk a lot about mental health. Like, clearly, like, a lot of the women on there are, they're going through something. And so why I feel like ABC only has themselves to blame for like if they do end up canceling The Bachelorette completely and losing millions. I heard it's like $2 million an episode to produce. Um, why are
Yeah.
they platforming someone who's clearly struggling? Like,
Yeah.
I am
Well,
worried for like everyone's well-being in this situation, like Taylor's included, because I mean, this is like, yeah, I mean, this is
yeah.
a huge blow.
No, I mean, obviously, having not seen that footage, I think, or like even having any awareness of the existence of that footage, that Hulu probably protected themselves to the extent that they felt like was appropriate at the time. And then ABC
Hmm.
kind of inherited Taylor um, from the original Hulu property, which then ended up being a Disney property, which then ended up being on ABC. You
Well,
know,
I yeah.
somewhere it was lost in the sauce that there might be some additional exposure with.
Or they knew it existed and just assumed it wouldn't come out. I don't know because it's like with that. Who was that football player with the NFL? And there was that terrible domestic violence video, and the
God, take your pick.
NFL the NFL
I'm
knew
like,
about
which
it.
one?
I think it was Rice, someone Rice, Ray
Oh,
Rice.
Sure.
I don't know,
I don't know the
but
names of any football players, but
I
yeah.
can't. But they knew the video existed, and they just were like, "We're not going to fire him because it's not out." And I think that kind of might have been what happened here, because there was enough information that just as a baseline, we know that she was charged with aggravated assault. She pled guilty. She did probation. Like they know that it's been 3 years. They probably assumed nothing else would happen because she apparently, from outward appearances, has been working on herself, and you know might have been might be still. And we don't know what happened a month ago, but there's certainly
Hmm.
reason to believe that they're both able to hurt one another. Obviously, she's 100-pound woman and he's a lot bigger, so it's a little, who knows. But I I think that this I do think ABC is somewhat to blame here. If they lose that money, they knew what they were getting into. I mean,
Absolutely.
and
And
I
they can
also
afford
Yeah.
it.
they can afford
Yeah.
it, and I also
And I'm
feel
sure
like,
they're insured to some
oh
extent.
yeah, and I also feel like, as a person who also is very aware of mental health and what you know how fragile people can be. I think we all are. Um, I don't think this was the smartest move on anyone's part to invite her to do this,
Yeah.
for her
Why
to do
would they?
this, because
They're trying to make money off of someone who's clearly struggling.
it's a high pressure situation. I don't
It just
Hmm.
think
seems
that,
so
yeah,
unethical. Anyway,
yeah.
sorry, go on. I
No, no,
didn't
no.
mean
I
to
mean, I
cut
agree. That's all I was really gonna say. It's just like it seems like probably a hard thing to say no to, when you're
you. Yeah.
trying to disentangle yourself from things in your life. You're like, oh, this might be a good fresh start, but it's just such a high pressure situation to put yourself in, and for them to put her in when she is not doing well. And so it's kind of, there's a lot of mistakes that were made here, I think. So
Yeah, I think there's plenty of blame to go around, and there's certainly plenty of culpability to go around. And yeah, I mean, I have been confused about kind of the ethics of this show right from of the Mormon Wives show right from the jump. I don't love the idea of us kind of just like, you know, gawking at Mormons because we think that they're funny, and I think that they could have done better in a lot of respects, especially this current season that just aired. Um, with,
Yeah.
the way that they're framing these storylines and the way that they're manufacturing this drama and the dad talk of it all, which
God, dad talk.
is just like honestly really sickening. And Yeah.
Oh,
So
literally, yeah, I don't know if we want to go there yet, but
no,
ugh.
I feel we will get there because I think that these are all sort of like, you know, these are all things that are in the same universe of grossness. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I think that the timing is suspicious of him releasing this video to TMZ. I think that, it being on their son's birthday is really gross. I think that, you know,
Poor kid.
trying to torpedo her season of The Bachelorette,
And he did, yeah,
which
yeah.
he
Yeah,
did.
Mm-hmm.
he
He
did it.
succeeded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And like, if that
he
was his
succeeded.
intention, this was like a master stroke of evil.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
this woman who's just trying to make a living in reality television. And if you can't dance and go on Dancing with the Stars, then like, how are you going to pay your bills?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bachelorette approaches you, you're gonna say yes. Like,
yeah, I certainly don't
yeah.
blame her for, I'm sure that her agents were super excited to get the Bachelorette.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's a really high visibility situation that launches you into being a reality television star for life if you want
Mm-hmm.
to, and you can't dance or go on Broadway or whatever. Like,
You're not Whitney. Yeah.
if you're not Whitney and you're not doing a little cha cha, then, and plenty of people have done it successfully. There are plenty of, you know, folks on the Traders who also are not talented and
Yeah.
who hopefully are doing okay. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Taylor
So
could have been one of them next season, but,
she might
this
be on the
is.
traders. You know that they might take her. They took, not that it's
They
comparable. They
absolutely
took
might.
Tom Sandoval, so
Well, I hope that she ends up with a really nice Birkin, and I haven't
yeah.
watched The Traders, so.
I only watched a
Neither have
couple
I.
episodes, and it just made me really upset. I really hate people watching people be traitors to one another, like even on fictional shows. I can't deal with it, so it was hard to.
Even sure that I understand the rules of the game.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't watched it because it's hosted by Alan Cumming.
I
So
know, I really
yeah,
love him. I do watch
yeah,
a lot of clips of Alan
mm-hmm.
Cumming from The Traders.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I love his wardrobe, and I love Scotland,
Yeah.
and
I know. I'm surprised you haven't watched it. It feels like it'd be up your alley. Basically, the only rule is that, I mean, there's certain things, of course, but the only goal is to figure out who the traitor is, and there's like three of them,
so
and
it's
so
like
you
when
just,
you play Murderer.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But you're all living together,
But
and
there
like
are
everyone,
three
yeah,
murderers.
yes,
Okay.
and there's sometimes four. I don't know, but then
Do they
they,
know who the other murderers are?
yeah, they all like meet up and talk
Oh,
and
well,
figure, and
that's
like,
not fair. That's not.
Sounds like
but then
Dakota could be on that show. Sounds like
yeah, I mean, when I watched it, they had
I
Boston
hope
Rob
Dakota never
on.
works again.
Dakota,
I kind of do too.
yeah,
He's
and he's like seems kind of like a, I don't know. Obviously can't diagnose anyone. I'm not being, but here I am
Gretchen's a
pretending to.
licensed
I'm a,
architect.
I'm
She's
a licensed architect. I can diagnose anyone I want now. Um, uh, no, but I don't know enough about him. Obviously, we only see little bits of him, but the way he's acting, he seems like a narcissist type who cannot be seen as bad. Like he really can't be seen
Well,
that
then
way.
he has failed.
He's failed because he charms, but he charms everyone. Like the guys on the show love him. Like the guys are like, oh, we're gonna hang out
yeah,
with
they
Dakota.
think
Like
he's
they
like the
all,
funniest person ever,
yeah,
and
The
even
guys
the
on the
girls will
show.
say he's like fun to hang out with if you're just in like a low
yeah.
stakes setting. Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like he might be, yeah, like a charismatic narcissist. I'm not an architect, but
Hey, I wasn't until 2 weeks ago, so yeah.
It takes a while.
yeah, I think we could definitely be, everyone could be doing more therapy. I know that they talk a lot about therapy on that show, and we've seen them go to therapy,
hmm
and hopefully they, when the cameras are off,
They're
they
going to
do
real
actual
therapy.
therapy.
Yeah, yeah.
They go to real therapy. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, again, I can't diagnose him, but yeah, he seems to have some narcissistic, like,
Yeah. And she
qualities.
obviously has some kind of diagnosis. I mean, we can all
Well,
speculate,
yes, I
but
think
Yeah.
yeah.
we
And
know that about Taylor, and
Yeah.
I'm sad to see that this is happening for her now, especially because I'm sure that she thought at the top of the show coming in with, at kind of like an open book saying that, like, hey, I am currently on probation for
mm-hmm,
a felony,
Yeah.
probably thought that she was in the clear from all this stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I'm sure
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
caught her and her agents off guard. And I think that the way that the crisis PR team has come in and framed it, this isn't always the case, but I think that it's probably pretty close to the truth, where they are trying to do the ethical thing and pull her out of the situation as much as, like, they also want to, mitigate their exposure, putting her on their network. Probably also, they do, to the extent that they can, want to take her out of what will become a toxic situation,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, for
for her
sure.
security and for her
Mm-hmm.
family's security. And hopefully, you know, everyone can walk away from this safely.
I hope so. But
Yeah.
I think that this might
Yeah.
open up a larger conversation about reality TV in general. I wonder. I mean, we look at, like, I don't know if you guys watched Love is Blind. I haven't really watched it, but I've heard a lot about, I
No.
did start this season because I've heard so much about this one person, or maybe two people. And what I've been hearing a lot is they consistently, at least in like recent seasons, put these really evolved, thoughtful women in, and for whatever reason, be it that the pool of men is very bad or they're picking the wrong men, but they're always like, not always, but very often these superficial kind of jerks who, once they get, once they see the person, this is in recent seasons, once they see the person, there's always something wrong and they end up leaving because of some physical thing. And these are like beautiful women who are doctors and, own homes and, work with children and like amazing people who obviously doesn't make you suited for a relationship. There can be other things going on. But, you know, I think that there's probably an impetus for them to do that because it brings a lot of drama, obviously. So,
Oh, yeah.
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 And
They're 100% incentivized to cast subpar men
yeah.
who
And
they know will behave this way.
they know women are watching the show and they want to
Hmm.
root for the, women probably. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
that on some level, it's like, this is television and this is entertainment. So, like, for the viewer at home, the stakes are like, hey, I dated an asshole once too, and
Mm-hmm.
this beautiful, talented doctor on TV did, and she was able to get over it and have, what did she say? She had a funeral in her head for him. That was
Yeah.
funny. And so I think that there is entertainment value in
Mm-hmm.
framing it that way and casting these morons. But, like, you're right. Like, I don't I don't totally know that that is well perceived by the entire audience, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know that the way everyone's doing everything is completely ethical. And I think that, you know, we see that this is the same problem that we're seeing on this current Dad Talk season of Mormon Wives, which is that it's basically rage baiting evolved women like
Mm-hmm.
us
Mm-hmm.
with these like absolute bimbos who are so fragile.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the day, like the stakes for these people are like actual marriages. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
it maybe it doesn't matter very much to us as the audience, but it certainly matters to them. And now that these women are the breadwinners in their families, it's gonna cost them a fucking fortune to divorce these losers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
And that's what
Yeah.
Jesse was saying. I mean, that's something I've heard before. I think maybe Nora Roberts said this. Like, don't marry someone that you couldn't divorce. And
yeah.
Jesse is like, as hard as Jordan is to be married to, he'd be worse to divorce.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
she
terrible.
That
That's
sucks.
awful.
that
Yeah.
just yeah, when she
Yeah.
said that I was like, damn.
That
Like
really sucks.
that
I
sucks.
mean, we're on record as being pro prenup. I think that this is a perfect example of why you have to make sure that shit is ironclad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It wouldn't
And
be
they
a bad
had
idea to put a
one.
reality TV clause in there
Mm-hmm.
just in
Well,
Just
case.
apparently
in
they
case.
had one, but they didn't sign it in the presence of witnesses, so it could be voided or
Do they
something.
mean that it
Like,
wasn't notarized? I don't know how the laws work in
yeah,
Utah.
I don't know. Like, I guess they signed it, but yeah, either it wasn't notarized or they didn't have the right witness or
I
any
think,
witnesses.
I mean, yeah, in New York, if you have a document that's supposed to be notarized and it is not, it can be unenforceable. But also, like, did they know they were supposed to have it notarized? Like, who fucked up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't make that clear at all.
Yeah.
Or is this just a plot line? Like,
Mm-hmm.
who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe there was no prenup. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who
And I mean,
knows?
Jesse obviously was the breadwinner even before this mom talk stuff. So you would hope that she'd protect herself, but
I
you know,
know.
people
And
do
like,
things, especially in Utah. There might be pressure just to be like, you'll never get divorced and whatever. So,
Absolutely.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's an awkward conversation to have in a lot of cases, but yeah, but it's just amazing to me. I mean, I shouldn't be so surprised, but like I feel like a few weeks ago we were talking about America's Next Top Model. Did you guys watch the documentary on
Oh,
Netflix?
yes.
I
And
haven't
like we're
yet.
talking about how crazy reality TV was in the early 2000s and like, oh my God, can you believe we let that happen? And I feel like we're just watching it play out in a
Different way.
similar
Yeah.
In a
but
different
slightly different
way.
way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I also think back, I never really watched the Anna Nicole show, but like I saw
What a
commercials. Like
sad story.
I
Yeah.
knew the gist of it. Everyone knew who Anna Nicole Smith was. And then, like things ended so tragically for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like it would be so sad to see that play out again in a different way here. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
really hope everyone is okay and gets
Yeah.
the help they need because I mean
Yeah.
Taylor's a mom of three kids. Like she did
Yeah.
some awful stuff, but we want her to be okay. We want her to be there for her kids. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think she needs to move out of Utah.
I think that she does. The people who have moved out of Utah appear to, and maybe it's, the tail wagging the dog a little bit, but like the
Mm-hmm.
ladies who have moved to California have the stronger brand deals. They have
Mm-hmm.
the stronger employment. Hopefully they will
Yeah.
continue to find success. I I don't know if you can put a prenup into place after you're already married, but I really think that Jen
Yeah.
should see an
Post nup.
attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do
A
like a
post
post
nup?
up.
Yeah, you can do
Okay.
post nup.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
great.
also called an anti-nup, maybe?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
I
Anti-nuptial agreement.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anti-nuptial would be before your nuptials, though.
Oh, then what's it
It
called?
would
I
be
don't
a post-nuptial, I guess.
Yeah, there's another thing starts with an
Yeah, I know
A.
someone who did it and they were just calling it a post up.
A
Okay.
post-nup. We
Yeah,
we need an attorney like on retainer for this show.
we do.
We
Yeah.
do. We really do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, so yeah, we're just we're very confused and bewildered by this whole thing. We were not probably gonna watch The Bachelorette, but
It was going to be
uh,
painful if I did. Yeah.
We
yeah,
weren't, but we
Mhm.
would probably watch the clips on
Yeah.
social
if
media.
anything
Yeah.
So,
interesting happened, we definitely would, and I would have looked forward to potentially watching Taylor on the next season of The Traitors. So
I'm not discounting her. She still might be on it. Who knows?
that's true. We
But
never know. If it turns out that there is no new potential abuse situation that will have to be
mhm.
handled.
Yeah. I
mhm.
mean, if she's convicted or of something, that might be different. Yeah. But again, they let Tom Sandoval on, who, again, only cheated on someone, but very
True.
publicly.
Did not commit a crime, did not endanger a child that we
Yes,
know of.
but
That we
also
know of.
terrible. Like, he's terrible. I don't know. I mean, he's just literally, and then now then he went on like America's Got Talent. Like, he just
Does he
He
have
really,
did?
talent?
What did he
he's a
do?
singer. He's like a
Oh.
singer of a band in front of a band.
Oh.
Like, it's called Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras, I think. I think that's his band. I'm not
Like
positive, but I
that.
think something like that.
That sounds like the name of a drink he would make. He's a bartender,
Yeah,
right?
he was a
My
bartender.
God.
He opened that bar, and then basically after Scandival, it closed. So
Maybe Dakota can go work for him.
No, Dakota's not allowed to work anymore.
he has
Like,
like a tiling company or something, doesn't he? I think he's a tiling
I don't know.
company.
my God.
I'm pretty sure.
He just seems absolutely useless. All of these dad talk guys.
Seem so useless.
So useless. Like even there was one in medical school and he dropped out. And it's like, why would you
He
do that?
is the worst. Like,
He's the
honestly,
worst. Yeah.
he and, oh my God, what's the other guy's name that has a girl's name? Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it with all of these like Utah folks? They have extra letters in their last names. All of the men have women's first names. Like,
Yeah, Jace is one of the guys, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Jace.
in some
And
ways we're not very progressive in Utah, but in some ways we are very progressive in Utah
yeah, I
when it
think
comes to naming people.
yeah, I mean, I think Taylor's kids have very unique
Oh yes, Ever.
trendy-ish.
Her son's name is Ever.
Ever, Indy, and
Hmm.
Ocean, I think. Indy and Ocean. It's Indian Ocean.
Oh.
Huh. I don't
Um,
think she thought of that, but I did. So, yeah.
There's
cool.
some overlap between the names of these children and the names of the dogs on Bluey, which is interesting. And I don't know if it's connected.
Is it Louis Australian? Have we talked about this
Yes.
before? Okay. Yeah. He loves Pavlova, right?
Oh my God, they love Pavlova.
It's just so interesting because Pavlova is named after a Russian ballerina, but was it invented in Australia?
I don't know if all of Australia loves Pavlova, but these dogs
No, I
certainly
think it's an
do.
Australian thing.
Is it?
It is?
I mean, people I think in
I mean, I
Australia
see
do
them
love it.
here.
Is it
Really?
I
because it
know.
Oh.
doesn't rely heavily on refrigeration? Like you could,
Maybe.
in the sweltering Australian heat, still potentially like cook up a pretty good Pavlova.
Maybe. I thought it was like a
Maybe.
thing, like flat whites are a thing there. They love
They
flat
are?
whites. Yeah. I don't know if they invented them there, but like,
And a flat white is very trendy right now.
I love a flat white, to be honest. And every time I asked for it on the East, like every time I've asked for one since I've been home from, and not in LA, they don't do it right. And I was like, I think it's because we're further from Australia.
My
It must
God.
be.
I know I've like ordered flat whites and I feel like I can never tell the difference between them and like a latte. And I also feel ridiculous being like a flat white, please.
No,
Like,
it's a latte is too much milk. A flat white is the right
Oh.
amount of milk in my mind. And also, I have
okay.
made them before. I had made them at Starbucks, but no one ever ordered it. So you pour it, and the milk is supposed to go up the middle of it. And so it's like what they call a bone at the top, where you see like a little bit of milk. But I don't think I could do it now because I never got any practice. So I don't know.
And it's just less milk than a latte, but still like steamed the same
Mm-hmm.
way.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Maybe I'll have to
But
order one.
yeah, I love a flat white because it's the right amount of milk for me. So
That's true. I feel like a latte is a lot of milk.
yeah,
It is a
yeah,
lot of milk. I prefer
Mhm.
cappuccino
yeah.
because
And
I
then
think the way they add the coffee second, right? The coffee, you taste that more. Anyway.
I have no idea. I thought it always
I thought
goes
you
for.
would know because you
Well, I
were
thought
I thought you were
might
just
go.
about to correct me and
It
tell
might
me
go
I was wrong.
second. It might go second. Hold on. I gotta look this up. Okay, flat
This is
white
the way
first of all.
she like rolled her eyes, and I was like, maybe I'm really confused.
I honestly, I have never thought this much about the difference, but like, I've always assumed that these drinks are different, but I've never thought this much about
Oh
what
no, I think about this all the time.
makes them different. It's like squares and rectangles, like a latte and a cappuccino.
Okay.
It's like,
No, yeah. So I do know what a latte and a cappuccino is. So cappuccino has more foam.
yes,
It's
okay.
about half and half usually, but you can ask for it to be drier
And
and
that's
then
more foam.
more foam. A flat white
And
and
you
a
add the coffee second, right?
I don't know. I don't think
Because I
that's
feel like a
part of
latte,
it.
you add the milk into the coffee.
I don't know, but I do know. Um, so yeah. Okay. A latte is topped with foam usually. A flat white is supposed to be less foam, like almost no foam.
Okay.
But it can be a little. I thought it was a little bit less milk. I could be wrong. Oh, it looks like it used. Oh, you know what it is? You know why I like it better?
Mm.
Flat whites use ristretto shots, which are shorter shots, and they're like a tiny bit sweeter. So they're a little bit,
Ah,
and you can have three in them, so it's like the same size, but
but
so
more
yeah,
coffee.
yeah,
More caffeine.
yeah, and
Yeah.
less foam. It's just like a more velvety milk experience. I
I
like
don't
when we
know. I
blended
like
it.
a foam. I like a cappuccino. I like
See, I don't mind a
a
cappuccino. Yeah,
dry-ish foam on the top of a cappuccino. I think it's
yeah,
pleasant.
yeah.
It is.
Unless,
It
like, I wouldn't
is.
order it at a Starbucks, but like at a
No.
place that knows what they're doing, I feel
Yes.
like I
Yeah.
could really get
Yes.
Yeah.
behind some like
Yeah.
pretty
At a
stiff foam.
For sure. At a Starbucks, I'm getting something that's like stupid because
Oh
it will
yeah, no,
have
at a
sugar in it.
Starbucks, I'm getting an iced coffee and
Yeah.
like
Getting
don't
a
mess
nitro
around with it.
cold
Yeah, it's
brew
just
and
something that can be done very
yeah.
easily. I've worked at
Yeah.
Starbucks. No, nothing against people who work at Starbucks. I just know how hard your job is and how you can't focus on that. But
No.
I've seen every single time I've been at Starbucks, I've seen my shots die. You know, because you're supposed to when you get it. And I know this, and I would always fix it when I worked at Starbucks, but I know people don't because it's hard because you're on such a rush and you're under so much pressure.
What does that mean the shots die?
So when you pull a shot, it's supposed to have crema on the top, like it's supposed to have the layer of like crema on the top. And if
Oh
you let it sit too long,
yeah.
and it's supposed to actually like be kind of, if you look at it in a glass thing, it kind of like spins in there, like
Okay.
and then it's
Wow.
moving. But if you let it sit too long and it becomes all black, then it's a dead shot, and you're not supposed to serve it. You're not supposed to serve it, but people do. And I
Pretty
would,
sure that's what all of my shots look like from my
yeah.
espresso machine.
Well, that's why on my espresso machine,
You
I
need to
really try not.
practice.
Yeah, you have to, yeah. And
My
but
God,
when
The
I
I
only
was,
feel
thing my
like
husband does in the kitchen is he makes coffee, so I just let him do
he
whatever.
actually he makes a lovely coffee.
yeah.
We had many coffees made by your husband in the kitchen and they were all delicious.
He's just like sitting by he's like, I know how to use this machine. I can do this. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's
Yeah.
steaming
And
several
I'm
different
like,
types of milk
That's
depending
great.
on
I'm like,
people's
babe, you make a
tastes.
great coffee.
Yeah, yeah,
He makes a great
Yeah.
coffee.
yeah.
It's not dead.
The
I
shots
feel
are not
like
dead.
Gretchen has been to war the way that she's
Yeah, I
describing.
feel like the way
I
you're talking, I'm like, Starbucks employees are doing the Lord's work.
Oh my God,
Like
I can't
they're
tell you. Like I
They're
was when,
losing shots left and right.
well, no, they are literally
They're
like
dying on
so
the
every
counter.
and people
whatever.
don't save them. They don't fix it. Like,
Well, they
what's
don't
happening?
because
Fix it.
I have to say, when I was working at Starbucks, I was working at a university as a professor adjunct. I was also working as an architectural designer. That was the hardest job of the three because people are mad. It's a lot of physical labor,
Yeah,
and
you got to be standing
you
up
have
the
to
whole
be
time.
so fast.
That was the
And,
hardest job.
I mean, like not not mentally necessarily, but that was supposed to, like one that I would be exhausted coming home.
Yeah,
You know?
no, I
Because
working
it
retail
was
is
because it was
hard.
stressful. It was the most stressful. Like people are always like, "Where's my drink?" Like, and if it's not right,
Like, hold on, man.
Yeah,
We've lost
yeah.
a lot of
Like-
good shots out there today.
Well, because
I'm trying
everyone
to
lets
save
them
these
die. And
shots.
even when I'm like at a Starbucks and I watch them make it, I'm like, that shot's dead, and they're gonna give it to me, and I'm gonna drink it. But you know who should be working at Starbucks is all of Dad Talk.
They would get
Because,
fired on the first day.
yeah.
Are you
Well, because
kidding
they would
me?
learn a lot about being humble and doing good work and making sure you're doing things right.
Having
Because
a
people will
job.
yell at you if you don't. Yeah.
I just like, what would they do? The men on this show are the most fragile little things.
I know.
It's
And like,
unbelievable.
it's unbelievable. And the thing that I really hate about this season, like, yes, I think it's funny that these men who were brought up in a culture where they were supposed to be the head of household and they were supposed to be the breadwinner and they were supposed to be the boss now all have these very powerful wives who are earning a lot of money and can support them, and they are expected to do things like watch the children when these women have to like go and do this job that pays them like millions of dollars. And then they whine and they complain and they're like, "Oh my God, watching kids is being a stay-at-home dad is hard." And
It's
like
like,
It's
oh,
so
really?
hard.
if I were the
Watching kids is
producer,
so hard. I feel like I don't have a sense of myself.
oh my
Like,
God. And like, of course that's funny. And like, if I were the producer in the room, I would be like, this is so funny. Like, we
this
have
is
to keep it
gold. Yeah.
in. This is gold. But then what's happening is it's incentivizing these men to be like, well, if my wife can be an influencer, I can be an influencer,
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
not what nobody wants this. Like, we just
Nobody
want
asked
No.
for that.
to like belittle you because you lived your entire lives thinking that like you were just going to be taken care of and that women were not people and that like it was
You're the
not
head
a
of the
job
household,
to
even though
Yeah.
you don't have a job. Like, get a grip.
yeah,
Mhm.
no. So I don't like I understand that like it was probably meant to be jokey, but like where we are in the world right now and with how many like men's rights people are going to see this and like get all hyped up. Like, I think that it's actually kind of dangerous
Yeah.
to be putting this out there in a way like, you're not going to keep your talent if you totally like embarrass and belittle them on national television. So you kind of have to like walk a line, but I don't know if we're doing it.
I think they're
Hmm.
digging their own graves. I think
I
they're
hope
embarrassing themselves.
so.
I think they're also proving that not everyone can be an influencer.
But
Not that it's
like,
like rocket science, but it's not for everyone. Like you have to have some level of pull or charm or whatever, there has to be something there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
savvy.
don't know
Yeah.
though. Like, these men did literally nothing and they got invited to the Vanderpump Villa, like, just because they have famous wives.
I think it's because they wanted the Marciano Jordan clash to
Did that
personally.
happen? I didn't watch the whole season.
Apparently they're friends now. So,
Of course they are.
My God. Was
Short
Jordan
guys
the
unite.
one?
yeah.
Yeah. Was Jordan the one who was like, we'll show our wives that they don't own social media and like all
Yes, he
this?
for
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
said that. And that is what I was like, this is not played for enough of a laugh. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
this is just enough of a crumb of toxicity for the men's rights people to be like, yeah, they don't own
They
social
don't own
media.
Well,
social
that's
I could have
media.
brand deals.
that's
Like,
Yeah.
also
I can
kind of
go to
what worries
Vanderpump
about me.
Villa.
Worries me not to go back to the dark stuff, but what worries me about the Taylor Frankie Paul video because
Mm,
immediately the first thing I saw in comments was
mm.
like, I hope everyone knows now that women can be abusers too. And it's like, yes, women can be abusers too, but it is not, it's so disproportionately towards men. And you can't tell me for a second that he could not have physically defended himself. Like, I know there was a chair and it was bad and there was a lot of bad things, but you can't tell me for a second that if he wanted to hurt her, he could have, so.
or if he
Or
had
worse than
wanted
hurt
to
her.
protect that child
He
and
could
remove that
have.
child from the
Yeah.
situation physically. He could have, and he chose not to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he was committed to
He's
filming
filming
and
and stuff.
painting himself as a victim. And again, it doesn't excuse what she did, but yeah.
And I just
I
don't
mean,
want this
he's
whole
like
narrative to be like, oh, look at
twice
these
her
power,
size.
yeah, look at these power, like these women who have empowered themselves on social media who are also abusers. Like that's not what it should be at all.
Yeah, no,
And
like there's no actual way.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
He stayed in the headlock
Yeah.
yeah,
voluntarily.
yeah. It's just all very
Yeah.
complex, and that's also what kind of worried me about that coming out. And I do feel like it's just such these petty little men. Like do your own thing. And if that's being a stay-at-home dad, that's great. Like just
That's
embrace it,
great. But like you have
Yeah.
to do it and like don't feel belittled by it because
Yeah.
then what we're saying is that like that's not a worthwhile thing for your wife to be doing either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
honestly, you can have a wife who's the breadwinner and just, I remember talking to my aunt once and she was like, you know what, you could date a guy who doesn't have a career or a job. I don't want to get into it, but she said, I sure could. But she said you have to just be okay with it. Like she's like, I have this friend who's very high powered, and her husband's just a lobster guy, and
What's a lobster
I think
guy?
that means that he catches lobster. Like he's
Well, that's
like,
a career.
yeah.
Oh, you
No,
meant
no,
like
like
a
as
lobster,
a
like
how
he's just kind of sitting
he
there, like
maybe that's what she meant. I just assumed that he was like having. I assumed that he was like just his hobby was catching lobsters, but
Oh, but like a
maybe
hobbyist, a
Oh,
yeah, he
lobster
wasn't
hobbyist.
like yeah,
He wasn't
I
like
don't,
deadliest catch
I don't
or
think so.
whatever. I feel like those people make a lot of money.
Yeah, because that's a dangerous job. And she's like, you just have to be okay with that. That's like the choice that you make. And I feel like the
Oh,
guys have
yeah.
to make that choice too and be okay with that. I just feel like that these men on this show, like you were saying earlier, they were raised to believe that they would be served. Who knows? I don't want to generalize all people who are part of the Latter-day Saints faith. I think there are a
But
lot of
certainly
issues
these
there.
people, they've
But
talked about it.
these people, yeah. And so,
they grew up thinking that they didn't have to do much to get everything they
and they
thought they
clearly
were
think
entitled
that
to.
That
this
they
is women's
deserve it.
work. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think this is women's work, and they think it's lower level work. They don't think that women are on the same level as men, in my opinion. That's
Yeah.
all my opinion. I don't know if it's true, but that's what it appears to me. So on the show,
That's how they act, I think.
And they obviously believe that like if their wives have earned something that they are entitled to that thing,
Yeah.
which is
They
just
love the
like
lifestyle.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
they're like I am a man, and so if my wife has something and I want it, I will just take it. Like
Yeah.
her social media career, like it's mine now.
it's so messed up. It's so
And
messed
they
up.
get hats that say dad talk. Like, it's
And
not even
like
an original name. Like,
it's
Yeah.
not even an original name, and I, in the year of our Lord 2026, am distrustful of a hat.
Oh, I
Like,
love a hat.
I
have
mean,
a
I
lot of
love a
hats.
hat, but like, I just feel like Trump was so successful in activating a hat
True.
that now, like, a dad talk hat is like, it's putting my hackles up.
I understand that. Yeah, I started wearing a lot of baseball hats in LA because I'm like, oh, my face is going to get very burned because I'm not
Oh,
used
yes.
to
No,
wearing.
I love a baseball
Yeah,
hat.
yeah,
I
but
have a Yankees hat
understand.
that I will absolutely never be seen without in the summer.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I do understand where you're coming from. It's like, oh, the power of that kind of emblem can be far-reaching.
Yeah, like making people
yeah.
feel like they are on a team and the
Part of the
team
club.
is
Yeah.
oppressing women.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
it. It feels so icky.
Yeah.
And they're not interesting. They're clearly
They're
just like
so
wandering
boring.
They're
around,
just
like,
copying their wives, clearly.
yeah, they
Yeah.
they don't know what to do because they're not the breadwinners. They're not the head of the household in the traditional way. And they just kind of look like bumbling dummies. It's boring. It's not fun.
Yeah. Like, get them out of the interview chairs, too. We don't want them interviewed.
I know, we
No, I don't want to
don't.
know their thoughts about anything.
No. Yeah.
No.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Or you could
Although
just
I
line
do,
them all up and like give them a minute, like
Yeah.
all sitting
sure.
together, like one of those group interviews they do on 60 Minutes once in a while, where everyone's like they're on like bleachers, some are like in the back, and
Yeah.
But it has to be about their wives and they have to be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather watch the empty chair and them asking questions to Demi, who's
the
not there,
empty chair,
and them
Demi's
being
chair.
like,
Oh.
Demi, what do you think
Demi
of these new
wouldn't be.
allegations by Marciano? And no one there. I'd rather watch that. I think as, and I know this is probably different for you guys because you guys are both married to good men, but as a single person, I'm seeing a real problem in how men and women are viewing relationships and where the power dynamics are, if they are there, and how people actually show up to relationships. And I think we're seeing that a little bit playing out in this TV show a little bit too, because they're so aware, you know, I don't know. I feel like we're
Yeah.
seeing that a little
Or at
bit.
least we're aware, seeing this, that like this is a problem, not
Yeah.
just in the Mormon community.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
This is
certainly not
going on everywhere.
exclusive to them.
The bar
Yeah.
is in the floor, guys, and the men still trip over it.
Oh my God, it's
What
And
did
so low. The
Macy
bar
say?
is
Was
so
she the one
low.
who said we thought he went to hell, but it turns out hell has a basement? I feel
I
like
love Macy.
I know.
Very Mormon coded.
She's so, yeah, she's like so Mormon, but I think she's really funny. And like,
Yeah,
She
yeah.
she's a
is very
feminist.
funny.
She's like a Mormon
Yeah, and
feminist.
she's like,
That's yeah.
she supports LGBTQ rights and stuff, which is nice. I can't vouch for
Yeah.
every woman on that show, but it does seem like she is somewhat progressive, so that's nice.
I think so. And I think that she would like to at least, you know, insofar as she has the ability to, like, make these men accountable,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know, at
Yeah.
least by being the person that, like, you know, says the shady thing at dinner or whatever in the
Mm-hmm.
scene that they're
Yeah.
shooting that day. So,
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And I think probably of all the husbands, hers might be the most boring, but also probably the most supportive, perhaps. So that's something.
yeah.
Though I haven't seen the whole season this season, so I don't know. Yeah.
I haven't seen the whole season either. It seems like some strange things are going to happen.
I don't
Yeah.
think he does anything to completely F up,
He
so you're
definitely was
probably
defending
right.
Dakota a lot, but that's just
Oh yeah,
kind of
there was that one episode where she's like, Jordan gives me the ick, and now like
now
he's friends with
Jacob's
my
kind of giving me
husband,
the
and
ick. Or my
yeah,
husband, her husband. He's like Jordan always gives me the ick, but now Jacob's starting to give me the ick, and I don't like it.
Honestly, she has the makings of a professional reality television star.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
she's great.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's very perceptive.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Any last thoughts about mom talk, dad talk, flat
I
whites,
I don't know.
mean,
Do you guys
coffee?
think Mom Talk will survive this week? Like,
I'm
what do
not
you
sure it
think?
will. I think this. I'm not
Is
sure.
this it?
I mean, already the girls are starting to, like, visibly distance themselves from Taylor, which is like really neither here nor there. But like, if there is another season of Mormon Wives, it will be a talking point.
Mhm.
Um,
Will be,
I
yeah.
mean, I think that if this is their livelihood, they probably have to a little bit, and
but some of these people don't really have strong, like, brand deals and like employment outside of Mom Talk. So yeah, they should be protective of that.
yeah, mhm.
So we'll
Yeah.
see. I mean, we'll see
Yeah.
what shakes out. I'm
Yeah.
sure in the next few days there will be more fallout. I think that, you know, the crisis PR people, both for ABC and for Taylor herself, are doing an excellent job. I think that we have a lot of questions for Dakota. Will there be additional allegations, potentially like police reports and criminal charges? Will there be civil suits? I'm sure there will be. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be
Yeah.
following this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see Taylor getting in trouble for this from ABC because again, they had to have known about it. This is
No, they appear to
yeah.
have her
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Like,
which is
and they,
nice.
I think, want to make it known that like the reason that they're pulling this season is for her, like for her
Yeah.
safety and for her
Yeah.
privacy,
Yeah.
which I think is a smart, you know, whatever's happening behind the scenes. I think that's a smart statement for them to be making.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
we'll see things. We don't know what else is about to come out or not.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, who knows?
I'm
We can get off of this and
scared
get back
now.
on our phones and see things. So we'll perhaps be reporting back later. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
I do feel like we need to mention just like a little bit because in the time that's elapsed since we last talked, the Academy Awards happened,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
which yeah seems like ages ago now. But how did we feel about the Oscars?
Yeah. Maybe we need
Briefly.
to do a little like bonus on all the fashion and stuff, just like flip through them or something.
Yeah.
I
But
feel like yeah, we could
yeah.
do a fashion flip book because there was some good fashion. I do
There
have to
was.
say, like, there was good fashion on the women's side, but I was particularly impressed by the men,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they looked
which,
really great.
I don't like ever want to talk about men again unless they are wearing tuxedos and they're on the Oscars red carpet.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Um, yeah, a lot of weird things are happening. Like Leonardo DiCaprio's kind of hot again with the mustache. That,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, I
I
thought
think
so.
that he had the deep facial
Oh,
resurfacing.
okay.
He looks
Um,
great.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't notice that, but I'm not. I was distracted by the mustache. That was probably on purpose.
I think so.
Timothy Chalamet is just letting us down everywhere. That's okay.
He let himself down.
He let Marty Supreme down because it was 0 for
Marty
9.
Supreme did not win
Marty
one
Supreme
Oscar.
0 for 9.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Flabbergasting.
There were couples that I was like, I know we were. I was hoping for Jacob Lordy to come through at the end
I
there.
would have been
Two.
so happy. I was
Sean Penn.
so disappointed.
Yeah.
First of all,
I was
Sean
really
Penn,
sad.
like, yes, he was really chewing the scenery in that role, but he didn't even come to the Oscars. So it's like, I don't know. Like, what are you even really doing?
I
Like,
know.
Well, he was in Ukraine with Zelensky, and he was mad because he wanted Zelensky to give a talk or a speech at the
Well,
Oscars, and
like
they were like, no.
also,
That's what I
that's
heard.
I'm sorry, but like, who does he think he
insane.
is? And he's just like smoking inside all the
He
time.
thinks
Like, as
he's
someone who
an
like
Oscar
used to
winner.
smoke,
That's the
like I
funny.
also know that I can't smoke inside. Like, I'm not being a dick about it. I don't know.
Like,
Like,
you're Sean Penn. They'll let you outside and they'll let you
yeah,
back
Yeah.
in. I
but
was annoyed that he won. I was annoyed that he wasn't there.
yeah, Kieran Culkin was funny.
Same
He's
here.
like, Sean Penn's not here, couldn't be here, or didn't want to be, and I'll accept this on his behalf. See you later. Like, it was just so funny. Like, yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
great. Loved Kieran Culkin in a chocolate brown suit. I feel
I
like I'm
know.
really warming up to the chocolate brown
I love
suit.
chocolate brown. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised I liked it. And I think at one point Conan had a navy and black tux on, and
He looked good.
I was like,
hmm
wow, I actually
Yeah.
don't hate that. Okay.
I will say I didn't love the whole set. It felt a little 70s
Oh,
glass
I
block.
loved it.
I didn't love the glass block and all of the. I mean, I like trees, but it did feel like a little bit like 70s office or like after school special set to me. But that's just
Okay,
me.
all right.
I
Yeah,
was
I can
kind of
respect that.
neutral about
yeah.
it. I didn't love it,
I
didn't
I
hate
just
it.
I don't mind glass block, but I just felt like it. I don't know what it kind
I
of
didn't know
irked
there was
me.
a name for it until now, so.
It's not. It wasn't exactly glass block, but you know what it
Yeah,
is.
no,
It's
it
like
was
that
meant to
really
look
thick glass.
like glass
Yeah,
block,
yeah.
which I kind of like. I think
I do. I like glass block in
it
general,
reminds me
but
of my childhood home, I guess.
yeah,
There was a lot
yeah.
of glass
You
block.
had a lot of glass block, and it looked
Yeah.
really good. And I don't mind glass block in general. I just feel like it wasn't done right to me. Like I didn't really get the whole
Fair
theme.
enough.
I
Yeah,
was like, why don't there should be a theme here? And it was just sort of like
yeah,
ferns. Like
it
that
did
was the
seem like a
theme.
smattering
Yeah, I
of
don't know.
things, but I
Hmm.
thought it was pretty. Um, but
Um,
yeah,
it was just
generally,
overwhelming as well too. It was too big. But
yeah,
anyways,
there
go
were a
ahead.
lot of materials happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, some
Yeah.
really nice fashion moments.
Misty Copeland, 3 months post hip surgery.
Holy
Crazy.
shit, she looks
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
ugh, what a
There was
queen.
a lot of
I
cool
know.
stuff. Probably would have liked something else to win Best Picture, but that's okay.
We can live with it.
Yeah, we can live. Honestly, people really liked that movie. I also really liked that movie. I think that like film nerds in particular really liked that movie.
Hmm.
It's my favorite of the Paul Thomas Anderson movies.
Okay. Yeah.
Generally, I don't really get his whole thing. And in this movie, I kind of also didn't get his whole thing, but I still liked it.
I guess I've
I liked it.
enjoyed, like, I liked The Master probably better. I don't
I
know.
liked The Master.
Yeah. I just didn't think, like, I'm like, oh, this is, like, I don't know. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, generally a very inoffensive night. No one got punched. It was great.
No
So,
one got
yeah.
punched. I did think that it was just like cowardly that they never cut away to Timothy Chalamet in any of the moments
Yeah.
when they absolutely could have, because you could
Missed
see in the
opportunities.
wide
Yeah.
shot that the camera was right there
Yeah.
in his face, just like waiting for the director to be like, cue camera two for the Timmy reaction.
Hmm.
And they never did it, those
Yeah.
cowards.
I know. And there's so
Do
many
you think
times where I
Kris
was just
Jenner got
waiting.
involved and she was like, "Leave
Probably.
him alone"?
Probably.
Absolutely, she did.
I'm sure she did. It was
The
ABC
world's
too.
best momager.
Yeah. You know that Disney owns ABC, right? So it
Yes.
was, yeah.
And
And
he was
Hulu.
out and about today in a New York City ballet baseball cap, signing autographs and just
Was he
like
really?
I've seen him
generally
wear that before.
taking the Kris Jenner marching orders to heart.
Ugh. He's
She's
so,
gonna save his career. She's gonna get him the Oscar
oh my
eventually.
God. If he gets married to her, he definitely will. But
I feel like this kid needs like a whole rebrand, but that's a
well, he
conversation
was
for.
supposed to be like there was some article I think in like an opinion article in the New Yorker or the New York Times, and it was he was supposed to be a different type of leading man. He was supposed to be like the femme guy and like cool with being androgynous
That's
and
not who he is at all.
I
That's just what he
know.
looks like.
But he used to wear those like he used to wear like the halter top, like he was all into like fashion
Yeah.
and cool, and like that was probably a stylist, not him. But like he presented in a way where it was, a new kind of archetype of leading man, and he's not doing that anymore. He's just a bro. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he's like, I think that he was probably smart to like get off of Jacob Elordi's corner,
yeah,
but like he does have to find his own thing. But he is the person who reminds me the most of like a 1990s Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah. And
Whoever
I
knows.
just, it just really, I guess I shouldn't be in this mind frame of like comparing people, but the more for some, I think I swear my phone obviously is listening to all of us. My phone is listening to me.
My
But
phone is listening to my thoughts.
yeah, but
Anyway,
they keep presenting me Jacob Elordi content. So now I'm like in his corner because there was this one interview from 2023 where he was talking about tote bags, and he's like, I own a lot of tote bags. He's like, but they're so expensive now. Like, went to this art gallery the other day, and I went to buy a tote bag, and it was $54. And he was like, I mean, I paid for it because I was at the front, and I was too embarrassed to be like, no. But now I have this tote bag that I don't want to wear because it was $54. And I was like, I can relate to this so hard.
Jacob Elordi
Like,
is
yeah,
all of us.
yeah. He's everyone. He's every woman. Yeah.
He's every woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 2023 was kind of like right at the beginning of the like canvas tote bag wars,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and he kind of got caught in the crossfire, it
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's
Yeah. I mean, never forget, there's always the New Yorker canvas tote bag that you can get when
You
you
know he
subscribe
has
to.
one.
they gave me a bad one when I signed up for the New Yorker. They gave me a
I
shitty
have
one.
two.
A
They gave me a
bad one?
really, one was okay, but they gave me one that's really great because it like has the bottom that like spreads out. I don't know. Like,
No,
Oh,
mine was
yes.
bad. It was like it's gray. It started pilling right away. I
Oh.
hated it. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep up with demand. The tote bag is like has been the it accessory. Like, thank God we're going back to like real bags.
Yeah.
Thanks
Love
in
a
large part,
canvas
I
tote.
think,
Did
to
Jacob
Jacob
Elordi. He
Elordi.
got mad about that tote bag. He's like, I'm going back to Balenciaga bags. Yeah.
Also doing the
Bottega
Lord's
Veneta
work.
or
Bottega
nothing.
Veneta. Sorry, I meant that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that meme you sent us, Gretchen, of like I don't know, some joke about dating, and it's like, but are you Jacob Elordi with
Yeah,
your
he's like, you're not my type. And he's
collection?
like, yeah, you're not Jacob Elordi with all your Bottega Veneta bags, but here I
Oh my God,
am.
could you
Like, yeah.
imagine dating him and you could just be like, I'm gonna borrow this one, I'm gonna borrow that one, I'm gonna see what matches my outfit
You know,
today.
it's
His
funny because
soulmate is so lucky.
I have been thinking lately, like, it'd be nice to have a boyfriend just to, like, help me unclog a drain or split rent with
If
me.
they know how to unclog
And
a
now I'm
drain.
like, maybe I just need to find a boyfriend to share bags with. And yeah,
Well, this is a great way to identify them out in the wild as you look for the
true.
bag.
True.
Well, this has been an unhinged evening.
Yeah, we've gone
I
from mom talk to flat white to dad talk to Oscars. It's
I
been
feel
all
better
over.
though, because I've been like scrolling social media all day thinking about this and like being able to talk about it has
Yeah, catharsis.
released some
Thank you all for
stress.
listening. Hopefully,
thank you
this
for
has helped
being
you
here.
too.
We want your thoughts. We want your feedback. We will keep talking about this
Yeah,
as long as it's germane to the conversation. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Let us know if you think Mom Talk survives this. Or
It
if Dad
might.
Talk survives without Mom Talk surviving
never.
this.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
But yeah,
We will see you next week with some more thoughts.
lots of
We're
Hopefully
thoughts,
hoping.
not.
lots of things, lots of thoughts.
And yeah, in the meantime, if you were going to watch The Bachelorette, can we recommend The Traitors?
We'll watch it too and find out. I only watched a
Yes.
couple episodes, so yeah.
All right.
Thank you all.
Until
Right.
next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.